All right, we're back with another commentary. This game, we are Galio support. Um, in about Master Grandmaster Elo. Um, so I managed to see some of the enemy team comp by the time that I picked Galio. They had Maokai Graves and Irelia locked in, and so I was thinking I could peel for my carries with Galio. He's really good at peeling short range comps um, because of his taunt and his ult and everything. Um, so I thought it was a good pick then. I didn't necessarily see my matchup or anything with those champs locked in. But the enemy team on their last two picks picked Victor and Galio, or Victor and Vel'Koz, I mean, which obviously makes them not quite as short range of a team comp. But they do have quite heavy magic damage, which is also obviously good for Galio. So I'm not too sad about it. I'm actually gonna ward our jungle here because our Kha'Zix is starting on top side, and Graves jungle has a habit of like he can go red, dash over the wall, and just take our jungle camps. Um, so against Irelia 80 carry with a Vel'Koz support, I'm not exactly sure how I should deal with that, but I can just I can walk up like this when Irelia goes in and get my taunt off. Dodge the Vel'Koz poke. They might have this bush warded, so I'm not gonna stand there. So yeah, this is a bit of an unconventional bot lane, but you'll see stuff like this if you play enough solo queue. For sure. At this point, I think I can get away with taking Q level 2. Okay, nice. This is probably the point where we have to be the most careful. I should not have gotten hit by that. But at this point, I would like for the wave to just kind of push back out to us. I don't want to push. Wow. Against good Vel'Kozes, sometimes their Qs can feel pretty undodgeable. But we didn't successfully... Alright, this guy should be dead. Okay, not quite. I don't know why my Jhin flashed out. Okay. We should take advantage of this and just push this the best we can. Okay, their jungler is a lot stronger than ours, so he's kind of just pushed away from the play, but it's whatever. Irelia has TP, so we just have to take the unfortunate wave state in base. That's kind of why I didn't love, like, you really want to get this wave crashed so that the melee champion has a tough time actually doing anything with their wave. If your wave is like around here and their carry is melee, then it gives them a really hard time of actually pressuring us in any way. Luckily, she still has to TP back. They didn't get a freeze or anything crazy on us. So we're doing okay. I'm definitely back way before Vel'Koz, so I can afford to... Why would he do that? That was a really bad Jhin W. Really bad. But that's okay. I hope he got his minion for it. We got a lot of poke on Irelia, and that's okay. Jhin got in there too. It's a little bit tough. Like, even though they have a weird bot lane with a melee carry, the Vel'Koz still does way too much damage. I'm just assuming that Irelia was basing in that bush. She could have been basing in this one, but we'll see. Yeah, I think she was basing in this one. Okay, we gotta shove this as best we can. Vel'Koz is probably gonna do his best to stop our wave crashing, but he can't really. We have too fast of shove as our champs. Yeah, it's a real shame that that my Jhin used his W on the wave when we could have killed Irelia. Okay, they have this warded. That's okay. Doesn't mean too much to me. Have my base canceled. I could stay. I thought about it, but I don't think my Jhin really is under any pressure of a dive or anything. And my Jhin has lethal tempo. I'm not so sure about that. Seems crazy. But if I do base, then I can help my jungler over at Void Grubs, and that is my goal here. But it looks like we're getting the Grubs pretty uncontested, so I'm just gonna go cover Jhin now. I don't actually need to hit the Void Grubs or anything. And we assume that the enemy jungler is on Dragon, but you never know for sure. To sort of give my team some info, I will... Actually, wow. A bit weird, a bit weird. Our wave is just in a really bad spot. I don't know how it got to this position. I guess they just crashed and there's not much my Jhin can do about it. I am super okay with that. I didn't even have to flash. That's crazy by them. The nice thing about that is it kind of fixes this wave because Jhin will be able to crash it onto tower because Irelia is not there to stop him. So I'm very okay with that. Not exactly what normally is supposed to happen in that situation. But if they're gonna do that, then that's fine with me. The problem that eventually happens in this lane is that we have a really tough time actually fighting them 2v2 because Irelia just puts out so much more damage than Jhin if she can actually get on top of him. I don't know why I'm even up here, to be honest. I don't think we kill Maokai, even if I'm there. Seems like a waste of time to me. Okay, gonna show mid. Make sure my mid has super prio. And hopefully that I can't help you, bro. That just sucks. I mean, my Jhin is getting completely zoned from tower because of what my my Wei is doing. It's actually so weird what's going on. And they replaced their pink. That's just weird by the enemy team. But it ended up pretty good. Kha'Zix got a lot out of that. Annoying champ. Kha'Zix is bot side. There was not a pink there. I'm trying to force something, but just not gonna happen, really. I was trying to force something because our Kha'Zix is obviously on bot side, and their jungler was dead, but not really much to do, unfortunately. I would like to get XP though, so I can actually hit 6. I think the enemy team is kind of trolling with what they're doing. If they... Okay. Okay, I think my Hui is kind of lost a little bit in what's going on. But at least I really used her flash to get that. And Jin was able to get a little bit back for himself here. It's actually just really, really weird by the enemy bot lane. Ooh, I was about to say, I thought if... Nah, I'm not gonna... No reason to stay. I thought if Jin hit that last shot, he would actually kill there, but not quite. He has, unfortunately, no damage items. Yeah, this lane is just really awkward. It's really, really annoying playing versus Vel'Koz with having nothing really to punish them with. Vel'Koz just gets to sort of do whatever they want in the lane, and Irelia just protects them. Really unorthodox type of bot lane, but it's very annoying. Oh man, Jin. Whoa. I'm not gonna waste my ulti on that. How did my I don't even know how my Kha'Zix died. Curious what he died to. It's not even worth me killing that ward. I can kill a more fresh one here. Yeah, this enemy team is just very odd. I figured Graves was on Dragon. I was trying to go check, but they're just zoning me. Kind of something that that I recommend a lot is to take note of who on your team is actually playing in a way that you like, that you can actually sort of understand. I don't really understand a lot of the decisions my Hui is making. So it's important to make a mental note of that and sort of maybe prioritize my Kha'Zix instead of my Hui, you know, or prioritize playing with my Jin instead of my Hui, if it comes down to that. Because stuff like that matters. At the end of the day, the players are what's gonna determine how the game goes. I can't really totally abandon my Jin here, because I feel like he'll get dove by Irelia and Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz obviously doesn't want to roam. As long as Jin can farm, I don't care. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in ulti range. Nice. Because I think they might try and dive him, assuming that I'm topside. Oh. Yeah. We didn't even do... I mean, there's nothing I can do there. We're just gonna lose our tower and get dove. I can't believe we didn't get... Oh, we did get the grubs. Okay. Oh man. I tried to flash, but I don't have it. Unlucky. If I could flash there, it'd be great. Okay, Graves flash. You can go a lot of these support items on Galio. I just feel like the enemy team has too much poke for Celestial Opposition to really be worth it. I just wanted to give my Trundle the shield. I wasn't really thinking too much about getting it cancelled. Okay, nice. My Kha'Zix did good by not jumping over the wall at Graves. That would have just given Graves a really easy escape path in that situation. I've actually seen, I feel like it's kind of interesting, but it's not really the way I like to play Galio. I've seen Heartsteel support Galio with Bloodsong, and that kind of makes sense. You actually become a little bit of a damage threat, and you're super tanky. The only thing is you keep super long cooldowns, and I like CDR a lot on Galio because, or ability haste, whatever. A lot on Galio because he has long cooldowns naturally. Okay. I figured it was warded. You can use Galio E to buffer a lot. Nice. I just had to flash back towards my teammates there, and I'm under no threat of actually dying to the Irelia. I was smoke screened or something, so I didn't even see her cast her ulti, but with my flash up, I know I have a lot of leeway for how that play is going to go. It just doesn't seem right. Galio's not the greatest engaged champ or anything, but it just doesn't seem right to me that the Vel'Koz can just walk up to me in that way. That's why that this bot lane matchup feels so like annoying or frustrating, is because the Vel'Koz can kind of just walk up in a way that Vel'Koz shouldn't be able to walk up and poke us, because they're being like so protected by Irelia. Because if you do the wrong thing against Irelia, you're just gone. You're just dead. Oh. Okay, I was about to ulti. Okay. I'm not really sure what our team wants to do here. Oh, we don't have smite up, that's why. Okay, we reset the dragon and nobody died. It's only halfway reset, though. They might have this warded. I'd be surprised if they didn't, honestly. But we have... Oh my god. I was about to say, we have... our priority on mid here, but... Wow. Honestly, I can't believe that guy gets out of that combo. What are you doing? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm curious how Victor even got to mid lane. I'm very curious how Irelia just took this tower for free. But wow, I just really can't believe with no tenacity anywhere. Maybe he has a tenacity rune. He actually is able to flash there, because my E wasn't as fast as I could possibly do it. Because I got a passive auto in, but the passive autos are super fast. Normally I can get one in, but maybe Maybe I am misremembering and I queued or something as well as autoing. I'm plenty happy just standing here. They're just gonna sit there and cast their abilities on me. Nice. I believe Trundle should be able to 1v1 Irelia. He's up a whole item, so I'm not super worried about him there. But we're not actually really doing much. I'm just gonna get an ult range for Trundle because nothing else is really happening on the map right now. Oh, and he has Herald. Okay. The enemy team saw me cross into bot lane, so they might think that they have numbers topside, but I do have my ulti. You know, I'm actually gonna go bot. Oh. I think we can win with just me and him. Okay. Not the greatest taunt I've ever seen, but... What? Wow. Nobody wanted to use anything. We could definitely kill the Maokai with Trundle ulti and 4 people hitting him. But I guess we were just in a not amazing position. I have a decision to make if I want to build armor or magic resist. Wow. That's insane. He's dead like that. Hopefully this ends up going well. Right now I'm going to buy the magic resist because it scales pretty well with my champ. And it's the more expensive item. But we'll see. I could go... The thing is, I could go Abyssal Mask, and it would make our Hui do more damage, but that kind of goes back to what I was talking about before. There's not really much reason for me to go Abyssal Mask, because he's already not really performing. So playing to help buff my Hui is not really going to serve me well, I think. We would do good to be around for the dragon. I think my Kha'Zix is really late for this, so I hope he has a good item to buy. Okay, they're not really face checking, and my Jhin is even more late. That's awful. Okay, he canceled it. Oh. At least Graves flashed, which his flash is arguably more important than Graves' flash, because Graves is more useful than him. Gotta be a little careful not to get too poked out. Oh boy, I think he... What are we doing? Where even is Trundle? What? What? We're just completely giving this dragon? Are you serious? I mean, we certainly can't fight like this. What in the world is this gameplay? You don't even get the 4th shot off? I think we should kill her, maybe. Wow, this is some of the worst macro I think I've ever seen. But we still have a chance at winning. I think it's really bad to give the enemy team Infernal Soul for nothing. Usually you want to get something out of it, at the very least. My god. Wow, that's what we give Infernal Soul for. Another free kill for no reason. This is just some abysmal streak of plays. Gonna get Maokai ulted potentially. I gotta block it for these guys. Bro, you don't stand in the correct one and you don't flash. It's tough. It's tough to win sometimes. Crazy. I think it's really insane. Like we actually have a good way of fighting in this comp. Like our Kazakhs can jump into their team and stealth out, or stealth into their team and jump out, and he gives me a really great Galio ult target. But he's like not considering my Galio ult at all. He's kind of doing that play for poke, but not in any situation where I could actually ult him yet. But that Trundle TP to top tower was maybe the worst thing I've ever seen. To be completely honest, I can't believe you would give up Infernal Soul for 2 towers. But I hope it works out, because that is just awful. At this point, our best bet is getting picks on their return into their jungle. Oh. Oh my god, man. It's just too impossible to win. I could just E away from the Graves and I would probably get out, but I thought we actually had a chance at killing him once he dashed into my W. That was obviously not the right idea, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I don't know. I said it at the beginning of the game. Or not at the beginning of the game. I said it pretty early on. I do not like the way Hui is playing, and it is just continuing to show itself that he can't be relied on, unfortunately. My Kha'Zix is fed, but unfortunately also having a bit of a rough time. He's making not the greatest decisions, and this is one of the bigger downsides of playing Galio. It's kind of like Poppy support in a way. I'm not going to cancel that. Wonder if it... Well, it didn't get Trundle killed. Oh, we found an inter. I don't think it matters, but we found an inter. And we're losing our base. Not great. Not great. Maybe we'll do a Nexus for top tower trade, or a Elder Dragon for top tower trade. The one thing that I didn't really love, like I said, buying Abyssal Mask when my 1 magic damage dealer is kind of feeding is not great. Buying a Knight's Vow when I don't really have anybody to place it on is also doesn't feel great. So I've put it on Kha'Zix, even though I don't really love that. Just seems like the only person I can put it on. If Trundle decides to teamfight with us, which it doesn't seem like he will, then it would be good to put it on him, because he just does a ton of damage. Yeah. This game is just so unplayable. I hope we get maybe their inhib tower or something. Maybe, maybe I should have just been in ult range of Trundle or something, because he can't even win his 1v1. And of course we have, like, unfortunately I die here, but we just have to start walking into the Elder Dragon once it spawns. Because enemy team deals a ton of damage, and they will just kill it if we don't face check. So unfortunately I'm the victim there, as per usual. But, what are you going to do? That's just the role of a tank, unfortunately. But I was saying something earlier, that's kind of one of the major downsides of playing Galio is very similar to how it feels on Poppy, but Poppy's just in a stronger spot right now as a support in general, so you feel it less. It's that both champions are insanely good in certain scenarios and versus certain champs, but they don't offer really much of any engage, because they're so good at peeling, but they just don't have a ton of engage, and that's a fair trade-off. But not having any engage in solo queue often can leave you feeling kind of like this. Kind of like Braum too. Or Tom Kench or something. From the support role, you just feel like you have no agency, and you're kind of just slowly bleeding out the game, if you're on the losing team, even if you did well. So I don't think we can kill this Maokai. I think if Kha'Zix was with us and we had all three, me, Trundle, and Kha'Zix on him together, then, maybe. Maybe I should have just went, oh my god. Well. Well, we've done a ton of damage to them. It's just Maokai jumping into us here. What's going on now is some super solo queue macro. The enemy team's like freaked out that Trundle is top lane, and they kind of walk up and they have Elder and Baron, which is crazy that they managed to lose that situation. And they kind of inted, and we got their top inhib for it, and we got a kill. So that's not too bad. But Baron is certainly not on the table for us, and is very much on the table for them. Wow. That is just extremely unfortunate. I died to the Graves ulti. I think if I locketed at some point, I probably would have lived. I thought that after I flashed out, there really wouldn't be anything else hitting me. But Graves ulti was the one thing that could. Yeah, life of the vision, of the little vision servant support is pretty rough on the losing team sometimes. The really negative thing there is not even really that I died. It's that I died and used my flash. That is the real loss. Now, they got the kill, which is one thing. But my playmaking is lessened now with no flash. Now I'm just relying on Kha'Zix to jump me in with ult. That's maybe the worst interaction I've ever seen on Victor W. Unfortunate one. Very unfortunate one. Nice. What are you gonna do? Well, I don't know. Let me know if you guys like to see games like that. I'll just upload it and see. It shows a lot of good things about how we came to the conclusion of losing that one. Unfortunately, nobody really enjoys losing, but it is what it is. So we'll see you guys next time.